It's Low Yen Ling.
Chairman, we have gone through 2 long and hard years since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the challenging and uncertain business environment which upended lives and operations, Singapore enterprises have shown incredible resilience and mettle, transform and thrive in a new normal. As encouraged by Minister Gan Kim Yong and Second Minister Tan See Leng, we have the chance to seize the new opportunities that's before us and to forge a new path forward for our economy. Let me now elaborate on our plans to support our businesses as we chart the path ahead together. We will leave no stones unturned to enable our people and our businesses to emerge even stronger than before. First and foremost, we know that access to financing is the lifeblood of business survival and business growth. To ensure that our enterprises have ready access to financing at various stages of their development, the government has put in place a range of support measures specifically for this purpose. In the last 2 years, close to 28,000 companies have secured financing from the EFS, which is the Enterprise Financing Scheme, and we will do even more. As the Minister for Finance, Minister Lawrence Wong, recently announced in Budget 2022, just 2 weeks ago, we will extend the Temporary Bridging Loan Program, TBLP, as well as the enhanced EFS Project Loan and EFS Trade Loan. We will also be making further enhancements to schemes such as the EFS Mergers and Acquisition Scheme. These improvements come on the back of industry feedback and engagement. One company that has benefited from EFS Mergers and Acquisition Scheme is GKE Corporation Limited. This is a third-party logistic provider that provides warehousing, freight services, transportation, marine logistics, and port management services. They took up an EFS M&A loan of $6 million to fund the acquisition of a chemical tolling company. Now, this strategic acquisition will help GKE acquire deeper technical expertise in specialty chemical manufacturing and capture a broader segment of customers as a market leader for chemical logistics. Now, to support more companies like GKE in their growth plans, we will be expanding the EFS M&A program to include M&A activities from 1st April this year to 31st March 2026. In addition, we will provide fresh avenues of financing for the green economy. The Enterprise Sustainability Program, ESP, that was just launched last October, has an enterprise financing scheme component called EFS Green, designed to help our local enterprises capture opportunities and develop capabilities in sustainability. Sectors involving clean energy, circular economy, green infrastructure, clean transportation are well placed to tap into this source of funding. These enhancements to keep the financing tap on will reassure Ms. Rahayu Mazam that companies can access the vital support they need to seize green shoots of opportunities and tide through the pandemic. We will continue to monitor the scheme's efficacy and fine-tune them to give our local companies our fullest support. Now, apart from financing, I would like to assure Mr. Sean Huang and Ms. Rahayu Mazam that our enterprises have a one-stop portal called Go Business to rely on for all the latest information and e-services for doing business in Singapore. In addition, by answering a few simple questions on the portal, they can receive tailored recommendations from its e-advisor feature, from the kind of government grants suited for their transformation journey or how to start and grow their business. As of January 2022, close to 43,000 businesses have used the Go Business portal to apply for government assistance, and over 56,000 have benefited from the e-advisors, personalized recommendations. We encourage our companies, our entrepreneurs, business owners to make full use of this business-friendly online resource. Now, on this note, I want to assure Mr. Derek Goh that while the government aims to achieve greater efficiency through technology and streamlining process, we are also mindful of the need to ensure an inclusive playing field of opportunities. Now, we hear his concern that the use of the demand aggregation procurement by Vital could limit opportunities for SMEs to be appointed on the government's panel of suppliers and providers. Now, in the demand aggregation tender involving the events management industry late last year, a decision was made after feedback from the industry to structure the contract such that, in addition to lower financial barriers, smaller event management companies could have a chance to be appointed onto this panel. Now, this also led to a doubling in the number of bids that's attracted. So I want to assure Mr. Derek Goh that wherever it is appropriate, we aim to structure the procurement in such a way that a range of suppliers of different profiles, different sizes can take part, so as to offer business opportunities for as many enterprises as possible. Chairman, COVID-19 has hit some sectors very hard, and we will continue to avail support to those that need it. As Mr. Edward Chia pointed out, consumer-facing businesses are bearing the prolonged impact of the pandemic. The Small Business Recovery Grant will provide up to $10,000 per firm in the most affected sectors to help these SMEs regain their footing and build back their strength. In the last 2 years, the food services and retail sectors have battled waves of disruption time and time again, from restrictions to closures to changing consumer preference and also pressures to digitalize, as well as manpower shortages. With the accelerated pace of change and the fast emerging consumer trends, the food and retail sectors have to continue to transform themselves. Today, I'm happy to announce that we will be introducing the $70 million Food Services and Retail Business Revitalization Package to help our food services and retail companies overcome these challenges. We want to help them recover. We want to help them get stronger. We want to help them forge ahead with new strength. Now, the new Food Services and Retail Business Revitalization Package will incorporate, number one, extend crucial support for our businesses in these sectors to improve their productivity and equip them with the capabilities to pivot and transform so as to stay competitive and relevant. And number two, to help our food services and retail companies to beef up their manpower in the hiring and training of locals. Hence, we will extend the 80% support level of EDG, Enterprise Development Grant, and relevant solutions under PSG, Productivity Solutions Grant for the food services and retail sectors till 31st March 2023. This extension under the Food Services and Retail Business Revitalization Package will give our F&B and also our retail businesses more scope and more businesses, more opportunities to adapt and transform and better position themselves for the future. Let me share one example. Since 2020, Dian Xiao'e, I think this is a name that some of us are familiar with, Dian Xiao'e has tapped on Enterprise Development Grant EDG for 3 projects to enhance their central kitchen. One of the projects involves the development of first of its kind automated duck conveyor system, which then helps to cut the preparation time for 1,500 ducks by about 1/3. 1,500 ducks, to cut the preparation time by 1/3. I note that it's 12 noon, and for me to talk about 1,500 ducks, I think it's very tempting to the members in the chamber. But back to this example. Now, with less manual work that's required in the duck preparation process, Dian Xiao'e retrained their staff to take on other roles. What are the roles? For example, by taking on duties in their manufacturing central kitchen. The company estimates that these 3 EDG projects have saved them at least $60,000 per month on operating costs. So by sharing this example, I hope that our food services and retail company will make full use of the newly introduced $70 million food services and retail business revitalization package to enable more such companies like Dian Xiao'e to continue pursuing their business transformation efforts so as to stay competitive and future ready. Chairman, we also recognize that manpower challenges continue to feature at the top of the food services and retail sector concern. Together with the industry associations such as Restaurant Association of Singapore, RAS, and the Singapore Retailers Association, SRA, we will double up on our efforts to support the hiring and the training of local job seekers. This will include promoting local talent development programs such as SG United Career Pathway Scheme and the CCP Career Conversion Program, as well as intensifying our outreach to job seekers and supporting the sector's training needs. I'm also pleased to update the House and Mr. Edward Chia that all government landlords and major private sector landlords have adopted the Code of Conduct for the leasing of retail premises since 1st June 2021. We can look forward to updates to the code from the FTIC, which is the Fair Tenancy Industry Committee, in the coming weeks. Now, these updates will then provide us with additional clarity and details on the implementation of the code as its legal enactment gets underway. Chairman, our tourism sector keeps Singapore connected to the rest of the world and maintains our position as a global Asia node. COVID-19 has hit the tourism sector very hard. But despite the challenges, we have continued to quickly adapt and pivot to new propositions to come back even stronger. We will continue to support our tourism sector's effort to recover, to innovate, and to come back stronger than before. To answer Mr. Sean Huang's questions about our plan to support our tourism sector's recovery, allow me to share some of our strategies and plan. First, STB will accelerate its Singapore Reimagined International Recovery campaign in tandem with the resumption of international travel. STB is now working with a wide range of partners around the world, such as airlines, travel agents, and media outlets, to maintain Singapore's position as a global Asia node to attract more travelers here. Second, we will help tourism companies develop attractive new products and experiences. Members will remember the Singapore Rediscover Voucher SRV scheme last year, which generated nearly $300 million in SRV-related bookings and transactions, and up to $100 million in ancillary spending. The SRV was part of a larger effort, which is the Singapore Rediscovers campaign, which is still ongoing. Now, through this campaign, STB works with hotels, attractions, and tour operators to create new products and experiences that appeal not only to Singaporeans, but also to visitors when they return to Singapore. For example, the tour operator Let's Go Tour Singapore developed new and unique programs in the course of the SRV scheme, and as a result, they enjoy a 3-4 jump in their revenue compared to pre-COVID times. STB will continue to engage and also support tourism companies so that Singapore will have a broader and richer range of unique experiences and products that differentiate us from other cities. Third, we will defend our position as a leading destination for high-quality business and leisure events. We hit a pause button on this because of COVID-19, but STB is now gearing up to resume large-scale and also high-quality business and leisure events from this year. I think members will remember just 2 weeks ago, the Singapore Air Show 2022, they welcomed an estimated of 13,000 trade attendees and almost 600 exhibitors from over 39 countries. Now, later this year, we will welcome many more industry-leading events, such as the Global Health Security Conference 2022, the FIND Design Fair Asia 2022, as well as Formula One Singapore Grand Prix and the Standard Chartered Singapore Marathon. These events will not only directly benefit the tourism sector, but will also ensure that Singapore remains a top-of-mind destination. Fourth, we will continue to co-curate innovative tech and digital solutions with the tourism sector. Over the past 3 years, STB's Singapore Tourism Accelerator Program supported 34 promising tech startups in developing solutions to future-proof the tourism industry. Let me quote one example. One of them is Bazaar, and this is a local startup which offers augmented reality solutions. Bazaar developed gamified wayfinding solutions for Marina Bay Sands to enhance its customer engagement. And beyond the accelerator program, Bazaar is now planning to tap on opportunities in the metaverse to support tourism businesses in developing immersive experiences for their customers. Fifth, we will double down on efforts to upskill the tourism sector workforce to ensure that the tourism workers are ready to meet changing job demands. Over the last 2 years, STB and Workforce Singapore supported over 140 tourism companies through various CCPs. Now, this helped more than 1,300 workers take on redesigned and enhanced roles. STB has also set up the Tourism Careers Hub pilot jointly with NTUC and the 5 main travel TACs, trade associations and chambers, to provide job facilitation, skills training, and also business transformation. Chairman, to complement the suite of support that the government has directly rolled out to businesses, we will continue to work with partners such as trade associations and chambers, TACs, on collective actions to transform and better position our industries for the future. As the eyes, ears, and mouth for their members, TACs play an important role in the sectors that they represent. And this was a point that was highlighted by many of the members yesterday, Mr. Raj, Joshua Thomas, Ms. Janet Ang, and other members as well. And I'm always of the view that the TAC's role actually can be easily summarized by A, B, C. Why? Because A, the TACs advocate their members' interests. B, they help their members by bridging the communications between the members and the government. C, they help their members by collaborating with others, including others from the other sector, to capture new opportunities for their industry. Now, 2 months ago, I attended the launch of the TAC Competency Framework and the TAC Growth Model. And I note that Mr. Raj, Joshua Thomas also highlighted this in his speech yesterday. I attended the launch of the TAC Competency Framework and the TAC Growth Model, which was developed by the Singapore Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry, SCCI, with the support of Singapore Business Federation, SBF, the Enterprise Singapore, ESG, and the Skills Future Singapore, SSG. Now, through this initiative, SCCI and SBF aim to reach out to at least 150 TACs on upskilling their secretariat, to raise TAC's capabilities, and to add value to their business members. I would like to assure Ms. Janet Ang, Mr. Raj Joshua Thomas, and Mr. Derek Goh that this year, the government will redouble our efforts to uplift the TACs by building their capabilities, developing their leadership, and also enhancing their talent attraction strategies. I would like to announce 3 new programs that aim to uplift TAC's capabilities, especially in digital adoption and leadership development. Firstly, to help our TACs digitalize, SBF will partner SG Tech to launch the Digitalization of TACs program, or in short, Digitech. Eligible TACs can access a range of digital solutions and training courses that's curated to equip the TAC staff with basic e-capabilities that will help raise their productivity and efficiency. Second, SBF will launch a new TAC fellowship program to enable TACs to develop their leaders and build a leadership pipeline. We will support Secretariat members and TAC leaders nominated by their TACs to attend the TAC Leadership Development Program so as to boost their leadership capabilities. Third, to boost the TAC talent pool, SBF will, with the support of Enterprise Singapore ESG and SCCI, develop a TAC Leadership Accelerator Program. Now, this program seeks to attract talented, high-performing, mid-career professionals with industry-relevant experience to join our TACs and to take industry transformation efforts to a higher plane. To become effective leaders in industry development, the candidates will undergo a mix of classroom training and mentorship programs and also gain on-the-job experience in the participating TACs. Now, I'm very heartened that SBF, as the Apex Business Chamber, has stepped forward as an anchor and advocate for a stronger TAC community to help our businesses grow. More details on the new programs will be made available this year. Chairman, in the area of partnerships with industry, MTI is working closely with the different industry representatives to form the Committee Against Profiteering, CAP. I am grateful that many members of the House welcomed the aims and the work of the CAP that Minister Lawrence Wong announced during budget 2 weeks ago. I want to assure Mr. Shahriar Taha that the CAP will investigate businesses that raise prices of essential products and services unjustifiably using the GST increase as an excuse. I've heard many members during the budget debate talked about this, and they have rightly pointed out that with the global spectre of inflation, some businesses may have legitimate reasons to raise prices. So our job in the CAP will be to look into errant practices that's flagged out by the public and bring to task those who unfairly profiteer using GST increase as a reason. We want to ensure that businesses keep their prices transparent and do not misrepresent the reasons for any of the price increase. Now, the committee will share more details on its work in the coming weeks. I would also like to take the opportunity to thank CASE and President Mr. Melvin Yong for the strong partnership in safeguarding the interests of our consumers. We assure Mr. Melvin Yong that we will review his constructive suggestions that he made yesterday to strengthen our consumer protection regime. We will work closely with CASE and the industry to better protect and empower consumers and at the same time create greater opportunities for businesses in Singapore. Chairman, I would now like to take the opportunity to touch on another important group of businesses, one that is very close to our home, one that is very close to our hearts, our heartlands enterprises. Mr. Sean Huang said it very well yesterday during his delivery of the cut. He said that our heartland enterprises are the heartbeat of our community, and I completely agree with him, because the shops in our heartlands form a central thread of Singapore's social fabric and everyday lives. Many Singaporeans grew up with these mom-and-pop shops. They play an important role in our neighborhood, providing convenience and affordable goods and services at our doorsteps, as well as jobs for Singaporeans near their home. Our heartland spaces are also fertile ground for the birth and growth of many well-loved local enterprises. For example, do you know that our very own homegrown bakery, Bengawan Solo, started out in a HDB block at Marine Terrace? Over the years, it has expanded to become a household name, serving both local and international customers. Now, with their affordable rent and ample pool of residents as customers, heartland spaces are ideal incubators for the next generation of notable Singaporean brands. Many budding entrepreneurs have seized this opportunity and have launched their dreams in the heartlands. We can now often find businesses with very fresh and very cool concepts in our neighborhood, like the gourmet burgers or even novel pets. I've come to know Mr. Lee Shayafik of Ashes Burnett. Now, he leads a very young team, and he himself is only 30 years old. But he and his team serves up delicious gourmet burgers across 4 hawker centers and coffee shops in Singapore. Now, we want to do more to nurture and launch fresh waves of entrepreneurs in our very own heartlands. In recent years, heartland enterprises face various challenges arising from changing consumer behavior and rising competition exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. We will continue to work with our partners and not let up in our efforts to help our heartland shops stay competitive and stay relevant. One of the key initiatives that we rolled out in October 2020 was the Heartlands Go Digital program, which aims to help our heartland enterprises respond to COVID-19 situation and also adapt to new consumption patterns and leverage digital commerce. I'm happy to report that as of February 2022, 85%, or about 14,500 of our heartland enterprises have adopted e-payment solutions, such as Nets, Fave, Grab, PayNow. And in fact, more than half, 58% of our heartland enterprises, and that translates to about 9,900 heartland enterprises, are now onboard digital channels and onboard e-commerce platforms such as Carousel, Fave, Shopee, and set up a Google My Business page to create an online presence. Think about it. This progress is a great step forward for many of our mom and pop shops that were only using cash and operating strictly as a brick and mortar shop just 2 years ago, before COVID-19 pandemic. So, our heartland enterprises truly deserve our admiration and our praise for their resilience and their can-do spirit. MTI and ESG will build on this momentum to bring our heartland enterprises onto a higher plane and into a brighter future. Enterprise Singapore will be launching a new initiative called Our Heartlands 2025, which we estimate will cost about $50 million to help our heartland enterprises increase revenue, improve their operational efficiency, thereby reducing costs, and expanding their customer base, both online and offline. The 4-year program to energize and support our heartland shops will seek to, number 1, deepen the digital and manpower capabilities of our heartland shops. Number 2, upgrade the capabilities of our TACs. Let me now share some new initiatives under this roadmap. Firstly, deepening digital and manpower capabilities will help businesses diversify their revenue and increase operational efficiency, thereby reducing cost. Mr. Sean Huang will be glad to note that under our Heartlands 2025, we aim to further expand our digitalization efforts so that 9 in 10 shops will adopt at least one digital solutions. Under this new roadmap, Heartland enterprises will be equipped progressively via the Heartlands Go Digital program. In addition, we will accelerate our outreach to merchants and encourage them to take up solutions and training in financial and inventory management, as well as venture into online sales through other e-commerce vendors and subsidized solutions. Besides digital capabilities, we will widen the reach of the current Heartlands visual merchandising program to increase their offline capabilities and attract more customers and improve sales. Another key thrust of our Heartlands 2025 program is to improve and deepen the capabilities of our TAC partners who are active in our Heartlands. As I mentioned earlier, TACs are important partners in helping our enterprises grow and transform. To support the needs of our Heartland enterprises and their transformation journey, we will strengthen and develop capabilities of FMES, the Federation of Merchants Association Singapore, and HECS, the Heartlands Enterprise Centre Singapore, as well as our local merchant associations. This will involve training the Secretariat in aspects such as project management, precinct rejuvenation, and financial management. We will also support FMES in launching a shared Secretariat for local merchant association And this will free up more time and resources for the local merchant associations to help their member shops adopt solutions to increase their revenue and to improve their efficiency. Chairman, we are committed to helping our heartland shops gear up for the future through our We are committed to helping our heartland shops gear up for the future through our Heartlands 2025. In the next few years, we hope to see them grow their revenue, boost their operational efficiency, and attract new customers into our vibrant heartlands. On that note, we are looking forward to the heartlands attracting more Singaporeans to eat, shop, and spend using the Community Development Council CDC vouchers. You may recall that about $130 million worth of vouchers were given up just about 2 months back in December 2021. The government recently committed another 3 tranche, which total up to $650 million in CDC vouchers, which will be distributed over 2022 to 2024. To date, more than 1.1 million Singaporean households, which translate to 90.6% of Singaporean households, have claimed the first tranche of $130 million CDC vouchers. And $62 million worth of CDC vouchers have been spent in the last 3 months. Now, more than 91% of the participating businesses have received CDC voucher transactions. The number of participating outlets in the CDC voucher scheme has grown to more than 14,500. We are very heartened that our heartland merchants and hawkers recognize the benefits of the CDC vouchers and hope that Singaporeans will continue to support our heartland enterprises. Chairman, may I have your permission to say a few words in Mandarin, please? 主席先生，受到冠病疫情的影响，我国中小型企业过去2年举步维艰。在这个期间，政府也推出了多项的援助计划和补贴，除了帮助我们本地中小型企业应对营运方面的挑战，也同时希望可以鼓励大家加快转型的步伐，改变经营的模式，以提高生产力，还有提升企业的可持续性。我们也意识到一些行业需要额外的援助，接下来我们将推出总值7000万元的餐饮和零售业振兴配套，双管齐下，协助我们的业者把握增长的机遇。首先，持续推动餐饮业和零售业者转型，鼓励业者探讨新颖的经营模式，以提高生产力，维持竞争力。第二，协助餐饮业和零售业者聘请和培训更多的本地员工，优化我们人力资源管理。说到餐饮和零售，我们一定不能忘记遍布全岛各个邻里中心的商店和小贩摊位。我们邻里中心为我们提供经济、实惠又多元化的商品，个人化的服务，也同时为我们社区注入活力，为我们国人提供靠近住家的就业机会，对我们经济和社区的发展至关重要。刚才我和大家分享的邻里企业数码化计划和视觉营销计划等等呢，那这些计划推出以后，我们贸工部和启发局积极地收集和聆听了我们商家们以及商联会的反馈，经过我们进一步的协商和策划，企业发展局将再接再厉，启动一项长达4年的2025邻里新天地计划，希望继续推动邻里中心和邻里企业的发展。2025邻里新天地计划预计拨款多达5000万元，希望进一步的强化我们商联会的功能，协助邻里企业采纳科技，加速数码转型，同时加强突破创新，更好地满足顾客多元化的需求，以及日新月异的消费习惯，打造更有特色的邻里。财政部长王群才在2个星期前在发表财政预算案时，他也宣布了为新的一轮 社理会邻里购物券拨款高达6亿5千万元，这笔拨款将从2022年，就是今年至2024年间分批发放，希望鼓励国人到邻里中心消费，促进邻里经济的持续复苏。去年12月发放的社理会邻里购物券，截至目前已经有多达110万户家庭，也就是高达90.6%的新加坡家庭领取，消费金额高达6200万元。在目前加入计划的14500家邻里商店和小贩们当中，就有超过91%已经收取了邻里购物券。接下来，我们希望更多的邻里商家可以加入这个计划，从政府的拨款中受惠。主席，社理会，我们社区里的邻里中心，除了是我们大家购物和我们大家享用美食的地方，更是我们大家的情感联络站。政府将继续和商联会以及我们的企业伙伴们紧密合作，为我们的邻里企业创造商机，为我们的邻里中心注入活力，齐心协力打造更有凝聚力的邻里和社区。Chairman, we have come a long way in our fight against the pandemic. Despite the challenges, the last 2 years have brought new opportunities and growth. This has been possible because of our Singapore can-do spirit. Our journey of learning and transformation continues. As long as we are on this path together, we can take courage and strength that we do not walk alone. Together, let's chart our way forward and scale new heights as one Singapore. Thank you.